What's going on, you average gamers? I hope that you're all having a terrific day. This is going to be part 3 of my Last of Us series. I really hope that you enjoy this. If you do enjoy it, a like would mean an absolute ton to me. And please be sure to comment down your favorite game or games that you would like to see be played. As always, I love you all, and I hope that you guys continue to have a terrific day. So quick update, we're at the school, we're trying to go find Leah, and we're trying to get through this entire encounter with us wasting the least amount of bullets as possible. And none of it goes smoothly. One more time. Let's go.
How many guys did you see?
This is the part I'm gonna struggle at for sure. Can I just get out of here? Like, can I go? Right here, I'm hoping that if I just make it outside that I'll be alright, but I get caught. And I cut up the video so you don't see me crawling on my stomach for about 5 to 10 minutes. And it's mostly the decisions I try to make. For example, when I try to get this guy right here, and it doesn't pan out, and I get dropped. So that's very unfortunate. This is probably one of my favorite deaths. This is like what it looks like when you panic. And it's like my shot can be so good, but what am I aiming at? I knew I had like a split decision to get it off, and then yep. So I died 3 times. I believe this might be the one I make it through. I'm not entirely sure. Again, I kind of just cut it up so it's not super long because some of the encounters may take 10-15 minutes. Maybe not as long, maybe like 5 or so. And I just don't want to have my viewers sit there and watch me crouch around and walk around and basically not fight nothing for a while. If I manage to make it through an encounter without being seen or touched, I'll definitely put it in the video. I'll speed it up a little bit so you don't see me just crawling around for 10-15 minutes, but you'll get to see like the route that I took and the decisions I got to make. But other than that, most of the time I end up shooting my way out of a lot of the encounters, and I'll reposition and I'll move around and I'll do a bunch of these other things. That's why I cut up the video, so you don't see me standing in one place for about 5 minutes like waiting for somebody to get in a position that I want them to be in. This is a pretty good example of that. I ran from one side of the classroom to the other just to try to assassinate this person, but I get it done. After all this time, I finally make my way outside, hit that checkpoint that I was hoping for, and now it's round 2 for a whole different encounter. I channel my inner Navy SEAL, lay in the grass, and try to pick these individuals off one by one. What I did not know is that Curtis 50 Cent Jackson is in my game and ends up eating every bullet that I shoot at him. To be honest, I did choke some of the shots, but it's kind of hard to see in the tall grass. I run up, try to melee him, and this dude has enough strength to block to block me. I try to cheese lay in the grass, and I got exposed. Round number 2. Now that I have a better understanding of the environment and the encounter, I quickly pick off these 3 and wait for the reinforcements to show up. As soon as they do, I dip down in the grass, wait, finally make my way inside behind a table, which is, extremely safe from bullets, while holding a glass bottle, because what else do you use in a gunfight? What the NPCs don't know is that glass bottles and bricks are the most insane things to use in the game. They're the best objects in the game. If NPCs had glass bottles and bricks, nobody would be able to beat the game. Here I realized that there's only one more person left. I wanted to make a cut right here, but I didn't want anybody suspecting that I didn't get it done on this attempt. If I die 300 times in an encounter, I'm gonna compile it in a in a death montage and put it before the encounter to show everybody that, like, hey, like I had this much of a difficult time, or this encounter wasn't so bad for me. Because one thing I really enjoy about this game is that every time I play and then take a break, when I get back and play the game again, I'll forget about so many certain encounters, and I have different knowledge and experience with the game that it makes the encounters different for me, that I handle each encounter and situation differently. This is a good example too, because I don't think I even ever tried getting like away from these people unscathed on top of the roof. So I just go underneath, walk through the door. They see me, doesn't matter. I'm gonna go to the vent, and that's the end of this encounter. I see Dina's true colors as I fight this infected with hand-in-hand combat, and she does absolutely nothing to help.
Yeah.
I totally forget that there's an encounter here. I see Dean at crouch, I start panicking and realize that I had put myself in the absolute worst position for this encounter. Not only that, the way that I end up dying here is absolutely terrible. And pop. So brutal.
I'll look into it.
This person somehow manages to see something. I use it towards my advantage, lure him over here, just to give him a nice big warm hug. Throughout this encounter, I do manage to lean towards my MP5. Once I'm out of ammo with that though, I'm kind of SOL. I do enjoy playing on grounded difficulty. The one huge critique I have about it is once you play on it, it's hard to go back to the regular difficulties just because of how much easier they'll seem. Not saying like the one above grounded is like way easier or nothing, but the fact that everything in this difficulty matters. Your ammo count, you can't use your listening mode. Enemies can again like hear your shoelace hit the ground. All that is super crazy. And when you take all that away, the game just becomes again like a little bit easier. You know, if I play on an easier difficulty, I just feel like I need the incentive to kind of get everybody, like kill everybody, and that's how I clear the encounters. Because I don't have the same satisfaction of trying to stealthily sneak my way through an encounter on an easier difficulty as I do on this one. I feel like I earned it while playing on this. You can make no mistakes. I try to use the humans to take out the infected here, and it does work. This was totally by accident, by the way. I had just kind of wandered into here looking for loot. And to be honest, I had walked right past the the gas station to where you can find all the good loot and modify your weapons and stuff. So I'm glad I went back and backtracked. That's what I was saying. I believe I had said this in another video where I enjoy looting. I enjoy the downtime because this game can be so hectic and so crazy for such an extended period of time that those 5, 10, 15 minutes of just downtime and looting and just walking around can feel so graceful. You know, it's just relaxing because you know you're getting prepared for an experience. That's all I can say. I managed to take out this person without alerting others. After crawling for several minutes, I make it over by this car, give this person a nice big hug, make my way inside, where things take a turn for the worst. Sees me, I get caught, I backtrack, make my way back outside, find this handsome lonely person out here, give this person a nice big hug, and then manage to get the last person with the glass bottle. Noise! After traveling about a block, I make my way into this building where there are more enemies inside. After choking my shot and trying to panic melee my way out of here, I get caught on attempt number 1. Attempt number 2, I nearly poop myself as I'm trying to just escape, and this dude just scares the absolute shit out of me. Attempt number 3, I take a whole different approach and just try to just get out of here without alerting a single person. After all of that, we're headed to the TV station to go find Leah, but first we have to bait some infected into these strip mines. After successfully doing so, I'm at the TV station where we find Leah dead, and now we're just trying to not get recaptured by these wolves.
Keep your eyes open!
Jack!
I turn the jets on and just try to escape this Really cool encounter in my opinion. I love chase scenes like this. I understand that they're all scripted and nothing can really happen. But on your first playthrough, you don't really expect anything in this game because anything could happen. After being chased for a couple minutes, it leads to one of my favorite encounters, the red light room. Any room that has red light in this game, I absolutely love. I feel like it emphasizes emotion and really emphasizes horror. When you're surrounded by not only infected, but human AI, it can really turn it up a notch. With every encounter that I get into, I always try to get through it on my very first try or a minimal attempts. I don't try to make it look fancy. If I sat here and tried to memorize a lot of these encounters and stuff, I'm sure that I could somehow manage to make it look a little bit more cinematic. But I love the aspect of raw footage and to see the mistakes you make. This right here, again, this is the stuff where I enjoy playing single player games, and I can play the same game multiple times for a good experience. You know, a lot of people can seem to only be able to have that experience in multiplayer games, where I can play a single player game multiple times and have different outcomes. This right here made me smile. I hit this infected with the smoothest juke you'll ever see, and I'm gone. I wanted no part of it. Unfortunately, the infected chased me and I'm forced to put him down and break this arrow, which puts an end to this encounter, and also this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, you could really show your appreciation by smashing that like button. Also, don't be afraid or too shy to comment down below. That would mean an absolute ton to me. I love you all, and I hope that you guys continue to have a fantastic day.